So I started out as a product animator. So along the line, I felt the need to broaden my horizon, uh, the need for more growth, and the need for not just growth, not just ordinary growth, I mean career growth. So I decided to dabble into uh, the environmental design. So what you have here is a replica of the kind of settlement that you have in West Africa, Nigeria to be precise. So the intention was for me to actually simulate an entire estate, but the project file was really large. It was up to like 2 gig or thereabouts. So my system kept on crashing. So my project file is actually nice, but then when I tried to render in circles, my system kept on crashing. So I decided to render in Heave. So Eve kind of like reduced the quality, but if I didn't, I have the opportunity of rendering with a more powerful system, I believe the outcome would have been greater than what you have here. So how did I come up with a design? So I bought a study pack on Udemy. After studying it for a while, I picked up all the things that I need. Obviously, I'm not a beginner when it comes to Blender. I already understand all the foundation methodology of Blender of the Blender software. I mean, so I decided to download an open source application they call NanoCAD. So from the NanoCAD, I was able to like get the outlay of what the building will look like. So from there, I was able to sketch out. The outlay for the buildings. So after that, I decided to transfer my file to Blender. So after transferring it to Blender, then I started the process of modeling. So what you are seeing here took me like I think an entire week to build. Actually, I was away from YouTube for like a week in my bid to build this. So if you can see, what you have here on the right hand side is also the same as what you have on the left hand side. So where I did most part of the work was on the right hand side. I built everything from the scratch. So I decided to copy it to my left hand side. So for the tree that you can see here, you need to work smart and you also need to work fast. So I got it from Blender Kit. Was it Blender Kit? Oh yeah, I got it from Gscatter. So after that, this valley that you can see just behind the estate, I got it from Blender Kit as well. So I was the project file was really large because most times when you get stuffs from add-ons, the geometry note, the geometry property is always very large, and due to that effect, it tends to like slow down your system. So because I was trying to save time, I just needed to do that. But if I have a realistic job, if I have a job that I need to do, I would not advise anyone to make use of those add-on. So I would rather advocate you build from the scratch, because if you build from the scratch, you'll be able to like conserve more space for your project file. So and for the cars, I didn't model the car from the scratch. I actually got the car from Blender Kit. So all I did here was to position the camera. After I was done building the realistic environment, I positioned the camera. After positioning the camera, I set a keyframe for even the camera and as well as the vehicle. And for the sound, I added my own personal sound effects to it just to make it look a little bit cinematic. So why environmental design? Why did I decide to jump into it? Well, it's no news for the growing population or for the growing popularity of environmental design, like the growing demands. Companies out there, both locally and internationally, are beginning to request more for environmental artists, and it tends to like solve problems. And when it comes to being an environmental artist, career growth is assured, job satisfaction is assured, because as an environmental artist, you can decide to be an architect, or you can decide to just work with programmers when it comes to game simulation and the rest. So for me, I don't have any architectural background. All I did was just to watch a tutorial on Udemy. And after watching the tutorial on Udemy, and with my foundational knowledge of Blender, I was able to come up with this. I've never used AutoCAD before in my life. I don't even know how to operate the AutoCAD. I don't even understand the interface of the AutoCAD. But I know with AutoCAD, you should be able to do something like this. But yet, even regardless of the fact that I don't understand AutoCAD, with the help of Blender, I was able to come up with something as insightful as this. Because what you can see here is the Nigerian settlement. What a Nigerian settlement or what a Nigerian estate will look like. So this first building is more like a police station. What you have here is a police patrol car, a residential apartment, the car, residential, and also residential. So this is more or less like my first attempt into environmental design. So obviously more to come. So obviously I'll make more research on how I can get more architectural design. But even with this, even with what you have here, you can decide to maybe like come up with your own 3D animation, cartoon animation on this. What you just need to do is you properly rig the human body. That's if you can sculpt the human body, you do that. You create your cartoon, you create your storyline with this. So I believe, in my own opinion, I think I've done well, and I think I've actually done well, because this is my first attempt on this. And after now, I will do more inquiries. I will maybe study harder to be a better environmental artist. But if you need a procedural guide on how I was able to come up with this, well, don't forget to drop a comment or send me an email. My email is contact1503@gmail.com. If you like this demonstration, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. See you.